Hello everyone and welcome back to our 3D Code Academy. It's another great day and we are excited to continue with our teaching series on a quadruped animation. It's been quite a long journey preparing our little friend here, and finally we have made it into part 4, the animation stage. Today we'll bring our dog character to a life with animation. So get ready, open up your Blender and let's dive in. I open the Blender file. The last tutorial we made was a custom shape. These things here. Let's see, in a pose mode, we create this stuff. You see? These are called the custom shapes. This one. That's a custom shapes used for animation. Okay, so let's first clear our animation. What we did a little animation for from title. So I select all the controls here and I press Alt-G, Alt-R to clear the transformation, and I create a new action. Let's call this action dog walk. Okay, and I can put on this shield to save the poses we created. And I can press N here and allow the screencast key so you can follow along with me. I press N to close the tab. And so let's start by delete those stuff here. I'll delete this action saved on a nonlinear animation. This is a place where our action are saved. Archives for our actions. So you can put those actions into a timeline and edit for animation. So let's start by press I there and start creating the poses for walk cycle. And to work on a quadruped, the quadruped animal has two parts. The one part is from the front legs and the other part is from hind leg. So in order to work on this, we will split into two parts. First, I will start working with the back leg or hind leg. So let's start blocking the hind leg. So the hind leg, it will act like a biped animation. So I'll start with the contact pose. Don't worry, that's the pole target. Direction. Okay. Try to work on one side of the leg. Make sure that it's contact there. Make sure it contact the floor or the ground. I select all and I press I. That's the contact pose. After the contact pose, we need to have a down pose where the weight shifts from there. So I can start here and try to there, and I press I. Let me select that again and press I. And then we will have a passing pose where this leg start to go. Okay. Let me see in another side. Okay, that's good. I can press all this and I press I again, and we'll go there for high pose. When this leg is in high pose, let me see this. On the high pose, that is where I'll try to stand still. Okay, I press I again so you can see this. Okay, and then we'll continue with the contact pose again, the 50 pose. So from that side we end up with this, and then we'll repeat the same process for another leg. We started with this, touch the ground, this as a moving pose. So we start this, we'll take the movement of this from this side. So now let me start again here, and I will work with these 4 frames to work on this side of the leg. Whenever this leg is in a contact pose for quadruped, this another legs would be in a passing pose. So this leg will try to move this leg, will try to make this leg to move forward, so as it can, it will make this move to go forward as tied to pass, so that it can take the movement of that leg. So I'll try to okay. And for this, suppose that it will take, let's try to make this. Let me try to align nicely. And I think it's good. Then I can press I again. But in order to make things simple, this leg must be, like this. Yeah. So I select all this and I press I, you see. To this frame, we suppose that this leg, after passing pose, you need to have a high pose of this. When this leg is on a high, so I need to make something like that, and I press, select all these pawns. Let's hit that. So after high pose, this leg must come to this leg. This leg must come down as a contact pose, and this must be like this. So when this is in a contact pose, this is in a passing pose. Okay. When the front leg are in contact pose, the back leg are in a passing pose. So I can select again and I press I. So you see. Okay. When this, so contact for back leg, down pose for that back leg, passing pose for back leg, high pose for this. Okay, so I can come here after this being a contact pose for this leg, contact for this pose will be the same pose like that. So I can select all these poses here, and I can select pose is, I can try to paste the same pose there, but for this I need this to be in a down pose. After contact pose it will be a down pose, so I need this to, okay. So I'll select all these and I press I. So let's see. So after this we make a half walk cycle. So these poses will repeat but in an alternate way. So I must select this pose there, we are in frame 4, and I need to work in maybe 20 frame, and click on 20 frame, so I can put the interval of okay. Let's make a spacing. Let's make like this. Okay. I got a 12 frames here. So here I'll make in the frame 16, we start to alternate. Okay, let me select all these poses here. All these poses. Copy the poses. I got poses in buffer, and I paste the flip tip poses, and I paste I. Let me see. Yes. And let's come to this frame. Is the time now we are inversing the poses. I copy the pose, I go to frame 20, and I flip the pose, and I press I again. I go to the frame, we copy it. I go to the frame 8, and I copy the pose. I go to the frame 24. I press the inverse pose, and I press I. I go to the frame 12. I copy the pose, and I flip the pose here. That's the flip pose, and I press I. Then let me see how we do with this. Oh, sorry. It will be in a frame 28. It will be in a frame 12 there. Let me copy the frame 12 and frame this. I'll paste the flippy ones and I press I. And let me see why it's happening like this. Okay, I can select it and I press I again. Okay. Let me inspect this. Oh no, this is not good. For this passing pose, what's happened there? Frame 1. Let's consider from the frontal leg. Number 1, let's use a passing pose. For this, supposed to be a high pose. So I select all this and I press I. And let me lower a bit this. I don't like this. Yeah, I'll select this and I press this. This is frame 1. I'll try to split this to with the 3 interval. So there, I'll put this side there. 7, 10, I'll put there. 13, let's put there. 16, let's put there. 19, let's put there. Right. And last will be our frame 24, which will repeat again to this frame 0. So this will be in a 24 frame per second. So I can change this to my timeline, and I can make it in 24 frames. So we'll loop over 24 frames, which it will return back to this. Let me try and see. This is too much, I think. Small, too much. Press I again. You can try to see when we polish the animation. So I want to calculate it. I want to see the background. So we can try to clean up. As you know, that's so I can save as a bit well. Let's see. And try to clean that stuff. I want to update the path so to have a clean animation. So I press I again here and I update the path. You see? Okay, I can come again and I press Alt H to unhide all this, and I try to animate this again. And I can press Shift H here and try to calculate the path also.
Let's make this turn to this, and I press I here. Press I, and let me Alt H to unhide those stuff. And we set the neck race. I press I there. Press I there. Oh. This is supposed to be a contact force. G. Press number 3 and I press I. And this must come and be. And this must be a passing force. Press I. So let me this. Let me clean the front leg. So I'll go there and try to calculate. So I start there. It's there. I think that's good. I think somewhere there. It's nice to be there, and I calculate. So we finish the cycle. There is a little vibration. So let me start doing this. I calculate this and try to clean. Do a little clean there. Let me see, Shift H. Okay. Let me track this stuff. I think that's good. I reveal this stuff. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me try to see it through. Let me change to AV. There is a weird movement there. I want to see where that stuff comes from. Let me try to see in a front view. Okay, let me maybe add a tail movement a bit there. At least somewhere there. I want to this tail. Rotate like, okay, press I there. Maybe I can press the chat again this. Press A. Okay, but make sure that whenever you do this stuff, you have a reference. You can try to make a cleaning for your animation. Oh, somewhere, I think somewhere there is a wrong place. Let me try to see. This is a passing pose. Oh, yeah, I got the error there. After passing pose, this is a passing pose. It's supposed to be a high pose. If that's a high pose, this must have been press number 3. Okay. I see this leg try to move, and I don't want that surface. I see. Okay. I'm impressed with this pose. So I'll come back here and switch over the overlays. Okay. Let's go to NLE, Nonlinear Animation. So after you're doing that, you need to push this down to Action Editor. So in order, if you want to repeat this movement, you can come here to Action Clip, and try to add your desired repetitions. Maybe to 100. And let's come to timeline there, and let's make this our thing to 100 end frame. Let's end there and try to see it. If it will repeat, it will keep repeating the same and the same because we did that stuff. So we can come back to nonlinear animation there, and you can see this is where we keep our things. Just imagine, what if we have another action like this. You see this action? You see? So this is another action called aggress. I remember that action as I aggress. I did some kind of animation there, a little bit animation there, something like that. So when you open this action, you can see that in order to see through this, we can push this action to our nonlinear animation. So you see this is in front and on top. So as you can see this, if it's on top and say that it's holding the place, because this frame to replace the underneath action. So what if I want to put one space? Even though when I put this, it keep holding until this starts. So maybe we can save this and put in nothing so that we can see the underneath flowers, you see? And when it comes to this, it starts. So but I want to do one thing nicely here. Let's end with an 100 frame. So let's do something here. After doing this stuff, I want maybe this to do another action and do like something like that. So I will come here. I want to make it work smooth transition between this action. So I can try to blend in. So you see, like this, and it can continue like this. So maybe after this I want maybe to blend out like that, so it will keep doing this thing maybe and start continue working. Okay, you see what we have created now. So let's play again and see. Isn't it nice? So that is what I want to teach you for today. We did a simple little animation there. We did a walk cycle and try to blend two actions. When you have two actions and want to make animation, I teach you a bit about that. Okay, don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel, comment and give a like and tell us where you're watching from. Till next time, if you're in the Quadruped Academy, ciao.